Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UppTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UppTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you are new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
I will cover the certification demo. Go to Setup Certification. Yesterday, we have triggered one manager certification. One manager we have selected, but it triggered for 6 or 7. Do you guys remember? And I was getting confused why it should not be the case, something like that. But the thing is, we have a manager called A. Some 5 people are reporting to him. CD. Some 5 people are reporting to A, but they are also manager. Some other people are also reporting to them. In that scenario, what will happen? Manager certification will trigger not only for the selected people, whoever is reporting to him, and they are also manager, his subordinates. If the manager subordinate also is manager in that scenario, it will trigger certification for them also. Is it clear? A is a manager. He is a senior. I couldn't. A is a senior manager. Some 5 managers already reporting to him. They are also managed. In that scenario, 6 access review will be generated. If I'm going to select this person on, if I'm going to trigger certification, let me show you Notion. But understand Naveen Vinay. But I'm still trying to understand the logic behind it. But because this person is a manager of 5 people, that is, he has to certify these 5 people. Both 5 people also manager. Both 5 people also manager. Both 5 people also manager. But we have not kicked off a certification for them, right? And this is a manager certification for proving that these are still the managers of these people, right? Let me quickly trigger on the decision. For this scenario, what he showed, ideally, what I understand, there should be 5 certifications kicked off because 5 people were there. Who's going to be the 6th one? First one is senior manager. Remaining 5 managers are reporting to him. In that scenario, 6 access review will be generated because 1 senior manager and 5 manager in the 5 people for. I'm saying for example, for B, C, D, E, F. C, D, E, F. These 5 people are reporting to a right. Well, I understand there would be one certification. A has to confirm whether B is still the subordinate. A has to confirm whether C is still the subordinate. And D is still the subordinate. Similarly for EF. What's the next one? What's the other one? What's the 6th one? E is there, right? DC quite simple. A is on senior manager. DDF. These 5 people are also manager. These 5 managers reporting to a manager, senior manager. The moment I'm going to select one senior manager, per senior manager has to validate their coordinate 5. One certificate access review reported to including 5 managers and 5 access review will be generated different 5. Let me show you quickly. Oh, then we'll come to know. This is the feed file. era system file. Here we have employees, around 160 employees. We have 162, and how many managers? Around 48 managers have in my system. 1A yesterday we have done for James Smith, right? Let me quickly trigger the same person. James Smith is an employee. Let me trigger certification for this one. James Smith is a manager. I'm going to submit access request certification for this person. Click on Run Now. I'm going to not validate for entitlement. I'm going to validate only for accounts. Better, I'll do it for entitlement only. There is no account. Will show nothing to set up. I think we have scheduled certification. It will take a minute to execute. Meanwhile, I'll filter out. James Smith is a manager. How many people are reporting to him? Quickly check. 1 year is an employee ID. 1 year. 1 year. Let's see. 4 people are reporting to him. James Smith is a manager and 4 people reporting to him, like Mary Johnson D, Archie, John Williams, and Patricia. These 4 people, what I'm trying to say, these 4 people already managers in our system. Also, this has been executed. Total 5 reviews will be there. Children and actually in BB shirt. How many people can? Those 30 Ben and thank you. Cool. It's more than that. No. Yesterday I came to know if we are going to trigger any certification for manager and subordinate manager. It will trigger. In that case, there will be not 6. It will be like 4 and we'll have to count for everyone. 4 access reviews for these people and 1 for manager, total 5. 5 access reviews will be generated, right? I'm still not getting the 5th one because what I see, if you're telling that I understand these 4 access reviews. This 4 access review because some other people are also reporting to 1 year to 8. This Mary Johnson DRK John. Some people are reporting to him since he's a manager in our system. 4 access review. Then what about James Smith? 1 year is there, right? He has to validate for these 4 people as well. The 5th one is this person you can consider. 1 access review for James Smith. Or the 4 access review for these people because some people are already reporting to them as well. He need to validate those people. There would be. What I'm saying is for let's talk about Mary. This Mary person is also a manager of like 3 people. For example, there will be 3 certifications for that because he has to confirm these 3 people still report to him. There will be 3 certifications for Mary. Now, if we have 2 people, I think you are thinking for each identity, 1 certification will be triggering. Is that what you're thinking? This is what I'm thinking. Because you mentioned otherwise, I think only 4 certifications should be there. We are going to trigger only 1 certification for manager. Access review is different thing. Access review is like a work item. No, not access review. Let's not talk about in number. Let's say, for example, let me speak. We have everything in front of it. One is who is one. I forgot the name of that one person. James Smith. First certification will say James Smith has to confirm whether Mary still reports to James Smith. Perfect. The other one. Can you go back to sheet, please? Other one would say DRC is still belongs to James Smith. John still belongs to James Smith. Patricia still belongs to James Smith. These four to confirm. I understand. What's the fifth one? Now tell me. These four people reporting to him. Right. One access review will be generated. Let me open the James Smith access review. If I'm going to open this James Smith, he's a manager. Four people are reporting to him. In that scenario, what will happen? He has to validate only for four people. Four people access. Here you can check. DRC, John Williams, Mary Johnson, Patricia. These four people. Go to the spreadsheet. These four people access. He needs to validate. Perfect. One thing due access review is clear. The same for Mary. Since Mary Johnson is a manager, some people are already reporting to him. In that scenario, for Mary Johnson also, one access review will be generated separately. That's what I'm trying. Now I'm following. Let me open for Mary Johnson since he is a manager in our system. Initially, I thought if I'm going to select only James Smith, then one access review will be generated, but it's not the case. Let me select for Mary Johnson. But this is, I'm understanding what you're saying, but logically it looks like, why are we? We didn't ask for the certification for the subordinates. Why is it triggering it? I mean, because I know why this has been set up like this. In that scenario, I'm also not sure. I'm not familiar with certification. Yesterday, I have checked and it came to no. Whenever you're going to trigger manager certification, it will trigger for manager and his subordinate as well. Subordinate should be manager. The condition is subordinate has to be manager. Then only it will trigger for them. Or else if they are a user, then it won't trigger for them. Access review won't generate for them. Whenever a certification is generated, it is generated for the manager as well as the numbers also. I have opened one application, a certification. I need to validate for one application. Let's say Active Directory. Quickly, I'll show. Meanwhile, let me open Active Directory as well. This is an Active Directory. No, this is Windows Server where I have installed Active Directory. I'm going to trigger certification to validate all Active Directory users. I'm not going to select any all application. Let me click on Run now. It's going to execute. I'm going to validate only for accounts. I'm not going to check any groups or nothing. Only accounts I'm going to execute include policy violation. You can do it. Let me quickly execute what will happen. We have application called Active Directory. Already we have discussed about application owner. Who is going to be the application owner? For one application owner will be there. In that scenario, one access review will be generated. Quickly, I'll open this application, Owner Certification. Only one access review will be generated because since we selected only one application owner will be there. Application owner is SP admin. If you want, you can go ahead and check. We'll verify. It will take time to open. Let me open this Active Directory application. Just refresh this page. Only one access review will be generated. Apart from that, any type of certification you are going to trigger, for one manager, one access review will be generated. For one application owner, one access review will be generated. For one role owner, one access review will be generated. That's the concept. Is it clear, Vinay? Say again, for when we are doing the account certification for every role, I mean all kind of certification is going to throw, is it? Let me put it in a way. Anyhow, your aim is to trigger any certification. You are going to validate that high level. Aim is you need to validate right for use. How many managers will be there? For all managers, access will be wherever we will be generate one thing. If you have selected 3 application to validate, in that scenario, 3 application owner will be there, right? 3 access review will be generated. Let's say I'm going to trigger certification related to role owner certification. If I'm going to trigger in that scenario, if I pick 10 roles and all 10 role owner is different, in that scenario, what will happen? Then access review will be generated. Access review is different. Certification is different. Certification, one certification. You are going to trigger in that you are going to select 10 rows, which means 10 access review will be generated. If all role owner is different, that's what I'm trying to say. I have opened Active Directory. After that, my system is not responding. Let me quickly check the usage and I'll trip pressure. Actually, if you run to a Windows server, the RAM gets low. Right. And that's what happening. CPU and memory usage. Quickly. I'll restart the service. You probably want to show us like if you disapprove, it's going to be that manageable. Exact. It will remove. I have refreshed this page. You are able to see right. Only one access review has been generated for Active Directory application. Now what I have to do here, certifier is SP admin. Access review already forwarded to SP admin. Now I have to log in as SP admin first. After that, I got notification from here for approvals, forms, violation and other. You have to click on the notification. Click on others. It will route you to work items. Access review is there. Or else you can go to my work. Click on my access reviews. Edit access review is there. It's been generated today, 15th of December. The default due is 30 days. That is the reason it's showing 1 month later due. Now it's in the active phase. You have to click on Start. You will come to know how many accounts are there. Now you have to validate as a manager. All accounts are present. No entitlement, no groups related to application. Since I have 10 accounts in my Active Directory, now I have to take a decision like whether I'm going to approve or revoke. Before that, we'll talk about the bulk approval changes. Yesterday, we talked about bulk decision. We have enabled as part of the 5 steps. If you want to enable, then click on Select Everything Bulk Decision whether you are going to approve or revoke. Quickly, I'll try to revoke some 2 accounts, like Clarence Harper. Before that, let me check whether those accounts present in here or not. Clarence Harper is there. This is the identity. And James Smith. Let me try to revoke these person accounts. What will happen? James Smith is there. Clarence Harper and James Smith. Where is the Clarence Harper? James Smith. I'm going to revoke his account. And Clarence Harper. I'm going to revoke his account. That's it. To revoke it, approve. I'm going to approve as a manager. I am going to validate. For accounts, application accounts, not for groups. After that, you have to save your decision. You have to sign off as well. Click on Sign Off Decision. That's it. Since SP Admin is the manager, we have done the access review. Now you will go to Application Owner Certification and you will come to know. From Anand, we have done it. Identities completed 10. Items completed. Since we have 10 accounts, we have done it. In that scenario, using these statistics, you will come to know. I have approved 8 and remediated 2. I have done the revoke. No policy violation, no additional entitlement. Since I have selected only 4 accounts. And we have only one application selected. One access review has been generated over here. If I could have selected 5 applications, then 5 access review will be generated. I'll show that one as well. I have taken a decision already. Let me refresh the Perform Maintenance Certification task. And after that, what will happen? We'll check. Still here, access review completed. It's showing 0 right. It's not completed yet. Quickly execute the task. Can we check before and after? We'll get to know. We'll get to see. Right now we can check. I just want to know. Does it really work before the job or not? Before the job, it won't work. The con's still present here. Clearance offer. Oh, it's going to be removing the account altogether from the directory. I have done it. Yesterday I have done it. Why it's removing like it should be disabled, right? It's account certification, right? Then you have to write some custom code. This is the basic one, removing from actor directory. Alright, because custom because it's the account certification is like and we did it for the actor directory application. I have selected AD application only. Application 1 or access review for AD. I have executed this task. Actually, I think in the general certification process, 2 things only happens. Maintain or delete. If he approves, then retain the accesses. But if he don't, then they will delete the access. But here, I'm following you because, alright, Probably because if account gets deleted, it's a big thing. Getting disabled. And for day 1, they will disable the account. Day 5, they will remove all access. And day 30th, Active Directory account will be removed. But good to see that, some action happens in the Active Directory, the end directory. Once you show that, I have another question, like whenever we see that, Rakesh, what about the roles, role certification? I'll quickly show. In the application owner certification, we have selected only accounts. Instead of that, if I could have selected entitlement accounts, it will show entire thing, all entitlement roles, everything. I don't want to create mess. That is the reason I've selected then in that easily. Then in that case, in case of role, either it will retain the access or it will delete the access. It will be a role, will be decommissioned. In that case, no role will not decommissioned role will be removed. The role user identity. I mean, role access would be taken off actually. Access review has to be complete. Then only it will remove the access. Here you can check. Here clearly it will mention item has been removed or revoked. Something like it will take time. Do we have some kind of a audit timeline for every identity? Can we go and check this identity that this access was withdrawn as a part of the review certifications or something like that? Because we'll have to prove it later on that why if somebody comes back saying that the access was withdrawn. I'm not sure about from audit perspective. If you want to enable the time for each and every place, you can do it. But because audit is a very adamant requirement for most of the clients, like they want to see what's happening with every identity, right? Can we go and check somewhere? Like what's happening with the identities? Probably. We can pull a report. We have these many reports related to the certifications. Here you can check that. Report is one thing, but it looks like, can we go to the warehouse, please? Identity. Doesn't it show some kind of does it show? Can you click open any identity? You mean to say, is it going to capture? It should. The activity and all these places should show what's happening around with the identity, right? Request access. All access requests will be here. And it talks about the identity events. Events related to joiner, leaver, mover. It should. Whatever the the identity. We just took the access off. Can we go back and see? I'm hoping that that should be there. First, it actually has to be complete. It's taking time. After that, I'll show you definitely. And I'll do one thing. Let me execute all the tasks first. It's not getting complete. We were talking about James Smith. Let me open his identity first. Yesterday I had 313 accounts in my Active Directory and 3 accounts has been removed via certification. Now Active Directory is there. Still in the active status only. Why it's not getting complete? I've taken a decision as well. Now I won't be able to sign off also. Because I have done that already. Accounts revoke. Accounts revoke. In the performance certification it will show. Key to certification has been complete. Something like that. Still, it's in the pending state. The execution time you can check. The last success was 7:55 p.m. After that, it didn't trigger. Is it clear? That is the reason it didn't complete yet. Perform maintenance 80/20. That's done. Perform maintenance certification. Let me execute. Let me execute one more time, or else I have to restart my services. Let me execute one more time. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, any doubts, you can ask. This is what I'm talking about. Whenever the task is get hung, no, I mean background activities, nothing will happen. You have to terminate and you have to re-trigger. Since that's our own lab, we can restart the services better. After Century 5, no execution for this. Quickly let me restart. Bhartish Rama Naveen, you guys clear? Are you confused? What about Vinay? You're clear about certification and access review. Makes sense to me. Thanks. Still manager, certification is clear and you're not clear, right? No, I'm following you. What do you say? The only thing is why this is done that I'm not able to understand, but that's what you're saying makes sense. But this is how it's designed. Yesterday only I came to know. I thought if I'm going to select one manager and one certification will trigger that one also. I have an identity. I'll show you. Because I have one identity in my system. He's a manager. No manager is reporting to him directly. Only employees reporting. In that scenario, what will happen? Whatever happens today, I'll complete this one. It takes time also. Meanwhile, we'll talk about SAD, who all are really working on the real-time project. Yesterday, I made these notes. I need to cover LCM events, lifecycle mover. I'm in joiner mover lever. And I have to show how the provisioning is going to happen. What are the workflows? Is going to compile each and everything. We'll talk about that. And what is the difference between workflow and business process? I have to cover logger. In real-time scenario, how you are going to print the logs whenever you are going to working on the custom rule or custom workflow. How we can print the logs. We'll talk about that. How you guys want me to show that basic one. The log. In loggers also, we have a number of things, right? I mean the one, but your talking make more sense to me because the other one is a standard setting. But creating a workflow and we have to set up the log settings, which is very important, which is a tricky job, right? You mean to say whenever you are going to create any new custom rule, custom workflow, wherever we put something custom, we put some logs there that we can troubleshoot it, right? There are also two things. One, you need a custom SailPoint log file or you are fine with the standard file. Anything, if we go. No anything anywhere. The only purpose is intention is whenever we are doing something, a custom right. We should be able to troubleshoot that custom code or workflow, whatever. We need some kind of a log. No issue. And we'll talk about SAD. Bus SD is the whole method. I mean now, no one is following. If you want, I can explain because yesterday I make a note. I checked with my colleagues, ex-colleague, and I got some information related to that because this is 5-6 years back. I used to work. Like I have to, one folder will be there in the folder. I have to copy paste all the file, whatever the changes have made. After that, I have to clean the build folder. Once it's done, I have to use one more full command in the using command from Tony. I'm going to do using the command build war. Using that, I'll prepare the war file and I'll replace the war file. That's kind of the deployment, usually 5-6 years back. This is what used to happen if there is a deployment. From my point of it, it's an older method might be some people. Some clients are still preferring to use, but nowadays people are preferring to automated deployment, like Jenkins, using Jenkins Urban Code Deploy. I don't have Jenkins kind of thing, but I can give you an overview that definitely. You just give us like how is it done in Jenkins? Like how are we automating it? Even you can show it. But you tell us like how is it happening? I will give you. Apart from that, because this is when I was new, I used to do these things. Jenkins is not doing at all these steps. I guess it's automated, but these steps are still there, right? You have to click on one button. It will prepare the war file with the build number, each and everything. Correct. You have to replace. You will get the file. You have to replace. Now let me execute that. From James Smith account has been removed, right? Previously Active Directory it was there. Now it's not there. As part of the certification, it's been removed. If you want, you can go ahead and check. Just to have a look once. And from James Smith Identity, it's been removed. Let me go to quickly certifications. That because that application when a certification has been completed. Guys, you understand today when the perform maintenance task is in hung state, you won't be able to perform anything. You have to say as a SailPoint admin administrator, you have to monitor. You have to. If it is a real-time project, you have to fill the task. You have to terminate. You have to re-trigger again. Access review has been completed. Now you can open the access review. Since I am the manager, I am SP admin credential. I can open directly. Or else you have to log in as a manager. And you have to take the decision. Here you can check accounts revoked. If accounts couldn't revoke, then I'm sorry, Rakesh, when you deleted the ID from AD after you, as a manager, disapproved the request, you always have to go to the application, like in case of this Active Directory. You have to go here and then you have to also delete from here also. No, it will delete automatically. That's what I'm showing here. In Active Directory also, it will remove automatically. That's the purpose of having certification right. I thought you went to AD and deleted the ID. No, I didn't delete it. It's been deleted automatically. If I'm going to search for James, it won't be there. And another person also. We have revoked right. Let me check the person. It's Clarence Harper. Yeah. Previously it was that. Now, if you're going to check Clarence Harper is there, what is the issue? Let me refresh first. Now just have a check. A Clarence Harper and James Smith still there. If I'm going to refresh, it won't be there. Let me refresh. No Clarence, no James Smith. Is it fine? How the end target system is going to work, each and everything. Then, if I'm going to search with Find James, the identity won't be there. Once in a while, I have participated in the certification process in real-time scenarios also. Accounts will be revoked automatically. If you have configured ServiceNow, in that scenario, some ticket will be generated. If it is a connected application like Active Directory, it's a connected application, access will be removed automatically and some ticket will be generated using ServiceNow for audit purpose. If it is a disconnected application, in that scenario, our ITM will be generated. This is what I have noticed. For ticket generation, actually, they write a code for that actually. They send email for ticket generation. Now, I'm planning to install ServiceNow as well. Yesterday, only I thought about ServiceNow. ServiceNow, just to give you an idea, like you can take a test tenant. They give you for free. You can play around. The only condition is you have to log in every 10 days. Otherwise, they'll decommission the tenant. You're talking about cloud, right? Cloud says, I have done it. Amazon Cloud only I have used. Because in real-time project, no need to worry about those things. If there is a ServiceNow application onboarding, I will get the URL. I'll get the username password. Just I'll feed each and everything. I don't know what is this aggregation filter for. I never done that. Just I'll feed this value. And to create ticket, we will use after provisioning rule. We will be create one rule. That's it. That's all of our service. Now onboarding. If it is real-time scenario, we have to install. Go ahead. Can we go and check the identity? I'm just worried about if we can see the activity because everywhere there is some place where these activities gets logged. We call it as usually audit log or audit play something. Let me open James. That's what I'm saying. In the real-time scenario, it will generate some access request will be generated. Inactivity. What about inactivity? Let's check. monitoring is disabled. No application. This activity is related to activity data source. In the application, you have told right. If you have enabled the activity data source, there will be some logs printing based on that. You can monitor in real-time scenario. I never seen, but that's the purpose. If there was some kind of activity is going to happen, it's related to that. Was there in history? Let's check history. It will be there. Each and everything. It will turn. Certification history. I'm really sorry. Certification is there. History is there, right? And what it shows in the above. Can you go up, please? Identity snapshots. This is the timeline, right? And it says like what was done on this. Oh, is it saying? It says like what was done. It says the date. It says the date in the attributes. But I mean, it's not a very user-friendly way of seeing it. It should show in one line. No. If you go back like a back step, you take a back step, you will see the activities. And that's what I'm talking about. No history. History. Just say the snapshot thing. See the last one. I think that is the time when you initiated the process. Account has been removed. But in real-time scenario, this is not going to be useful, guys. You can check the identity history from here. It's been removed. Green color means added, red color means removed. Revoke something. But maybe you are going to capture the details. Go ahead, Vinik. No, I was saying, I understand probably that the way they show it here is in 2 tabs. They have identity, certification, history, and other things. History. If you go up this snapshot date, it doesn't look like very useful to me. Maybe it has a different purpose. Because I was looking for something. It shows every activity. There has to be something right. Some ticket has to be there. And I just want to see if this date, this time, this account was created. This day, this time, this status was updated. This time, this date, this is updated. And somewhere. And for each and every activity, there will be ticket. There will be some access request will be there. And based on that, they will monitor, they will check. Whenever LCM, life cycle, man joiner mover lever is going to get triggered, it will be shown over here. Only the events. Stop using this events tab. Only they are going to validate each and every. Because initial days I used to check, I used to compile all the things from this events tab. Only related to access, related to removal, anything. We will match from this page. But this tab doesn't look like very much updated right now. It says execution status completed, verifying something. I don't know. Verifying means it's not yet completed. There is some issue with this access request. If you are going to open, you'll come to know. Let me open this. We have 30 more minutes quickly. I'll show other certification as well. No problem. You go ahead. Go ahead. I'll figure this out later on. It's committed. It's not completed yet. Quickly go to Setup Certification. Quickly go to Manager Certification. I have a manager. Name called Sarah. Some people are reporting to Sarah, but no one is manager or are employee only, just some junior folks. Let's consider it that way. Sarah bit. She's a manager, Sarah. Some 7 people are reporting. 6 or 7 people are reporting to Sarah, but no one is manager. All are employed. Consider they are junior folks. Let me trigger for Sarah. How many Sarah? Barry. Salary. This time we'll do it for entitlements. This time manager certification only for Sarah Berry. I'll take a snap and we will compare. I'll show you now. Open this. It's been generated only one access review. After access, there will be generated. This statistic will populate. Only one access review has been generated. But previously, whenever we selected one particular manager, n number of access review has been generated. That's the difference because since Sarah is a manager, some 7 people are reporting to Sarah, but no one is manager. Subordinate I'm talking about. If subordinate also manager, then each and every different access review will be generated. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying now? What about Naveen? It's like manager, and then there is another manager under him, and then that manager got another teammates, right? Let's say the moment you are going to trigger certification for some senior manager and all 5 people, 5 managers are already reporting to senior manager. In that scenario, 6 access review will be general, 1 is for senior manager and 5 access review for 5 managers. I have selected including accounts. I have selected entitlement as well. Yesterday, I was trying to remove this role from this application. Item was revoked, but as access has not been removed because there is no target application, you can take action on accounts entitlement. This is what it means. If there is any policy violation, it will show over here. Quickly, let me try to show for policy violation as well. Any questions? From here, you can check how many identities complete, how many items, how many access review has been completed. You can check using this. You can go through this. You can go through this. Will you come to know? Let me quickly trigger for policy violation. Do we have any certification? May quickly select for policies. if I'm going to select application owner only for all application, in that scenario, what will happen? Let's check. Certify accounts include policy entitlement. I'm going to execute right now division frequency 1. Any idea how many access review will be generated? In my system, how many applications are present? Let me quickly check for every application. One access review will be generated. In my system, I have 6 applications. Go ahead and check. One access review for Active Directory, one access review for Prism. It will take a time, but it will generate for all. The certification is in pending state now. Now track application has populated for track review for add application. Spadmin is the certifier. Spadmin is application owner. But Prism application Walter is the application owner. I have to log in as Walter and I have to do the certification validation. I'm going to validate. That's what it means. Quickly check for other application. When the certification is triggered for the applications, all the identities present on the application will be certain user or just the owner of the application. Can you come again? Again, you mean you're asking about entitlement and accounts, right? Yes. What I mean is when we trigger a certification for the application, will all the identities present on that application, all the I and entitlements present on that particular application will be certified or just the application owner? The moment you're going to trigger application certification, all identities will be populated and related. If entitlement, let me open and show. Let me select Active Directory. Last time I have selected only for our coins. All accounts were visible now. Entitlement are there. This domain admins is present for this user. Administrator. Pratima Kumar is one identity which the user has. Domain computer entitlement. The owner of entitlement X will have to certify all the people who are entitled for this application X. In his access the user review page, when he logs in, he will see for application. He'll see all, like for example, if he has 50 people in that application, he'll see 50 entries there across every entry to look like this, with the application name saying that this is the entitlement. This is the entitlement. And because he is the SPI admin, that's why correct me if I'm wrong. Right? Yes, that's why using everything here, which is kind of confusing sometimes because it shows that every application to you, right? Because you are the SPI admin, you see everything for all applications, right? I'll do one thing. I'll log in as Walter. Only I'll show you. We have 6 application in our system. Like at JB Kildap, PeopleSoft Prism tracks 6 application but only 4 access. Every has been generated. Any idea quickly? Because 2 access review was not created because there were no users to satisfy, nothing to satisfy. That is the reason for LDAP and JDBC. In 4 application, we have some objects, some identity, some entitlement is there to certify, like some 11 equal. Object is there 6. Object is that prefix 6. Object is that. That's what it means. If I'm going to open this access review from here, I won't be able to make any changes. I can see, but I won't be able to take any action on that because I have to log in as Walter. Quickly log in as Walter this branch here. Walter. This is going to be a username. always you will get notification. Click on that, it will redirect to work item. From there, you can open that access review, or else click on my work on my access review. From here also you can access. Here you have access review for Walter Henderson. Due date is 15. This is the one related to now. You can click on start. From here, you can take the action. Whether you are going to approve or revoke, you can take the action. Is it clear? I mean, we have these many accounts. Any questions? Any questions? Just try to execute 2-3 times. You will have some idea. Basically, certification is the purpose for user validation. You are going to validate user accounts, whether user has the right access or not. Is it required or not? You can revoke the access. You can approve the access as part of the validation. At least you guys understand the concept. Right. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.